few outages in
Okay.
Everybody's safe.
Yes. Just 600 extra men out there working.
I'm thankful.
All right, it's 6:30. Those that care to, please stand. Would you like to join me in the invocation of the Lord's Prayer? Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory forever. Amen. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Be seated. All right, call this meeting May 28, 2024, regular city council meeting to order. Roll call.
Brown.
Here.
Henson.
Here.
Martin. Meyer.
Here.
Mosley.
Here.
O'Rourke.
Here.
Herminer.
Here.
Odell.
Here. First item on the agenda, the approval of the April 30th, 2024 minutes. Any questions? No.
I make a motion to approve.
I'll second.
Motion made and seconded. All in favor, yay?
Yay. What was
All
that?
opposed?
All you got. That's what you're getting, buddy.
That's it. All right, presentation. Once again, we have won the GFOA Budget Book Award. Joy will come forward and her team.
Yeah.
Come on up.
You might want to tell people what that is.
The Finance Officers Association gives out awards annually to certain budget books that are submitted to him that meet certain predetermined criteria. And this will be our 7th year to receive the award. So it's a pretty big honor in the government finance world. So we're pretty excited.
Yes, it's a dynasty. It's a dynasty. And before I give you the award, I wanted to read a quote from the book. The annual construction of a budget for the upcoming year is important to your community on many levels. It creates a roadmap for how your city government will utilize the resources allotted to them and ultimately fulfill a long-term vision for the city. We are committed to ensuring that at all times we are finding creative ways to make the most of the resources you've entrusted to us. Joy Black, page 9 and 10. And if you, the budget book's available on the website, on the finance page, you'll see that, and maybe you don't want to read it all, but I would encourage you, page 5, budget highlights. Real helpful, simple, if you're interested in all and how the city's funded our income and expenditures, our debt. Just a few simple things you can look at so you'll know a little bit more of how your city operates and your tax dollars are spent. Joy and team, you guys are crushing it as usual. I'm very proud to work with you guys. Appreciate all the help you've given me throughout the years with any question, as it does get somewhat complicated. You simplify it so even I can understand. So thank you, congratulations. Let's give them a hand. All right, public comments. Remember, 3 minutes.
Afternoon, council. So, last month I came in here and told you guys about our, we, put like $3,000 in River Creek, cleaning out this section. This month, once again, we dumped another $2,500 into, having, the creek cleaned out. Good thing is, it's working. Bad thing is, it's working. Now what I mean by that is, so we cleaned out the whole section, so we dumped, we took truckloads of rock and silt out of this place. But unfortunately, with that strong rain that we've had in the last couple weeks, all it did was wash more from downstream. So we're blocked back up already. Like I asked you guys last month, the culvert that is on the main strip is completely encased because it's flowing so well, it wanted to blow it out. So everything that we did on that side is back to normal. So it's already back to where it was, unfortunately. So I'm asking, praying you guys, I know in 2 weeks, the construction crew is supposed to be out there taking out this culvert. I'm begging you guys, the equipment's gonna be out there, you guys are gonna be out there. Let's see if you guys can't help take some of that out. We're beyond our budget. We're done for the year. There's nothing else we can spend on. So I'm, begging you guys to help us out. We did everything we possibly could this year. Now I'm asking you guys to help us. I understand we're a POA and that's the whole stipulation of this, but, we've done everything we possibly could. We've gone as far down as we possibly can. We took out as much rock as we possibly can. That culvert is now the issue. The other culvert's the issue. Just asking you guys to, the equipment's gonna be there. Why not take the chance and clean it out? Not even that, we talk about this $3.7 million. With what we've already done in these last few months is already helping. We have construction crews that came out there and given us quotes, and they're sitting there saying that, $20,000, they can get this creek cleaned out completely. $20,000. You're talking about $3.8 million to concrete it. $20,000 gets this cleaned out and actually running okay, and it gives y'all more time. We just need help, and that's all I'm asking.
Thank you, Joseph. Any other public comments? Okay, we'll move to item number 3, monthly financial report.
I did have just a couple of highlights that I wanted to read out loud to draw your attention to. On page 2, I put in that the courts, the county has a large balance due to the city. On page 4, the sales tax was over last month this time of year last year, but it's still below our forecast. Page 5, we're continuing to work through the 911 consolidation, and the far right column shows the court's AR amount. Page 5, streets is down to 104 days in cash, and we are working on that, making some budget changes and different things to control that. It was not in our control as far as what caused it. We're below on our revenues, and that's the same across the state, and then also the cost of the items that involve street has really gone up. Number 7, page number 7, that's pending a transfer from the infrastructure fee fund 620 to 500 and 510. Did anybody have any other questions on that report for this month? Okay.
I'll entertain a motion to approve.
Motion. Second.
All right, how about everybody in favor, yes?
Yes.
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 Any noes? Motion passes. All right, resolution 2024-17, budget adjustments.
Can I make a motion that we move item 5 up to 4 so we can have some discussion about maybe some of these things before we get into the actual budget adjustments for them?
Of course.
That's fine with me.
I'll second that. Item 5 and item 6.
Is it 6 as well? Yeah.
Right, 5 and 6. Okay. A motion and a second, all in favor, yes?
Yes.
Any opposed? Motion passes. So now we're at resolution 2024-18 Hilldale Midland Connector Trail Grant.
So this is a resolution to apply for the RDOT grant for the Hilldale Midland Connector Trail. We did get a grant for this trail in 2022. And this RDOT grant would just be for additional funding for the design portion and the right-of-way acquisitions. So that would be what we're applying for with this grant.
Yes.
You're getting there, buddy. There you go.
There you go. Yeah, as Rebecca said, this is just an additional grant for this section of trail here. We did get one in 2022, but that amount that we got with our combined match isn't quite enough to do the entire design of it all. What we are doing is we're in communications with Metro Plan, and Casey Covington, who's the Metro Plan, about possibly looking at phasing the design of this project, see if there's any implications of us going in and changing that a little bit. So instead of doing the entirety of the trail project all at once for design and engineering, phasing it back into like 2 phases instead. There's a kind of a nice cutoff there at Hilldale Road, where it goes down to Oakland. So we talked about doing that portion to the east as our phase 1. But we have to meet with Casey about that to make sure there's no kind of implications from us doing that instead of the entire project.
Sure.
Motion to approve?
Well, I have
Okay,
a
sorry.
question. Have we already started these projects, these trail projects?
Yes, so we have it, the trail project hasn't started, but the design of it has.
Okay.
This is just for the design and engineering.
And they apply for the grants.
Yes.
And so the grant on the Mills Alcoa is for 200,000. And then our portion is 280, or our portion is 80, and then the grant's 200.
Let's see, that's the Mills Alcoa Connector Trail.
That's in the budget adjustment.
I'll have that printed off here.
I have down that it's 200 from the tax grant, so the 80K would be our,
Our contribution?
On the match.
Yeah. And then the Midland would be 500 from the grant, and then 285 from us, right?
100.
For the Hilldale Midland?
So the original grant was 285 total, with our match being just over 71,000. And then for this next grant that we're going to now through RDOT, that one would be a $500,000 total, with our 20% match being 100,000.
Okay. I second his motion.
Well, I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
So I guess my questions were, we've already put $70,000 into it, and then an additional 100. We're talking about 178,000 just in the planning phase of this. I mean, is that something that, you know, is there a project that's comparable that we can? Seems like a lot of money to me for planning to go into something like this, and I don't know if it's better to maybe go at pieces that we could potentially construct at some point. I mean, I don't know. Seems like a whole lot of money to me.
Yeah, I think part of that is just because it was the original grant in 2022 we went after was for the entirety of that trail versus piecemealing it, the section, you know, going up that trail like we have with other trails like Bryant Parkway, for instance. You know, we did section by section for the Parkway. This is the first long stretch of trail we've looked at doing so far as a city.
Is there time constraints on this? Like, do we have to apply for it or accept it within a certain time period? The reason I ask is because we're scheduled to have a meeting next week to talk about trail systems and planning.
For the RDOT one, it is due this Friday.
This Friday.
But what we're voting on is just to apply for the grant, right? At this point in time.
Well, yeah, that we would
And then the budget
contribute.
adjustment will come back in just a minute. But
Right.
this is just, I'm good with applying for the grant.
And ultimately, in conversation we're having with Casey at Metro Plan is to focus on the design and implementation of building the trail that's going to be at Midland Park. It's already part of our master plan for parks, so it fits what we've already planned. It fits this project. The rest of that trail west, we're not sure about all that, right? That's going through private property. That's part of the discussion we're going to have. So our focus is really going to be on the section that's in our park that that will be built at some point and fits our long-term planning. That's kind of what we've been talking to him about. If we scale this back and just focus on that, is that going to hurt us in any way? Since we initially applied for this whole thing, if we pull it back to that, in my initial conversations with Casey, that made sense to him. They definitely want to do things that make sense. So that's the direction we're going with this.
Yes, that's correct.
And the new forms just sort of helped me, and Rebecca being on staff now. You know, a lot of times we do these things and then it's months, if not years, and we don't actually do the associated budget amounts and/or we put in just for the design and not for the capital piece. And we need to kind of think if it's going to be a trail in a park, then it's going to be an asset of the park. And, you know, so you don't have to, obviously, you don't ever have to approve the budget adjustments, but I thought it would be nice to show you guys that's what these would be like if you do approve them.
All right, we have a motion and a second to approve. All in favor, yes.
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 Any noes? Motion passes. Resolution 2024-19, Bishop Park Lighting Phase 1.
So this is another application for the RDOT grant. You can put in multiple applications. So I've met with Keith a lot, and then Jordan O'Rourke and Jack Mosley also came to me and told me about just concerns from citizens with how dark it gets at Bishop Park. So we are wanting to put an application in for, it would be a total of $460,000. So our 20% would be $92,000 to light the sidewalks within Bishop Park.
Questions?
But we're just voting on applying for the grant.
That's correct.
Correct.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Second. All in favor, yes.
Yes.
Opposed? Motion passes. Okay, now we're going back to Resolution 2024-17 budget adjustments. Is that correct?
And so if you guys did want to, you can amend my document and remove any of those that you wanted to, but I would ask that you not remove the 2023 reclass because I need it for the audit, and the other two are offsets. So did anybody have any questions on those?
Do we have bids on the lighting, or is this just a round number, or?
Yeah, and in fact, it's probably on the high side. Keith, did you-
Yeah, for the grant, we just have an estimate. Obviously, if we get the grant, we can put it out to bid.
So if we don't get the grant, then these adjustments won't have to be made.
Yeah, we don't have to, yeah. So it's just, it's, in the past, it's been really hard for me because what ends up happening is, we do these and there is no budget adjustment, and then the time rocks on and I notice that our budget is out of whack, and I go to look and it's because we didn't do a budget adjustment associated with the grant that we approved, months ago or years ago. And we're all looking at our days in cash and, all those things are connected. But, I mean, like I said, it's not gonna hurt my feelings if you guys table those. I just wanted everybody to see, this is what these would look like.
You just want to earmark the funds?
Yes, yeah.
Yeah.
Which you can do that without us approving a budget adjustment, can you not?
Not in the system. Like, in order to put it
Right.
into the system, for it to show up on the reports for you guys to see, or anybody to see, it has to be done this way. I don't put things in there without y'all's approval, so.
But let me ask you another question in a different direction. So if we approve this budget adjustment, it's pretty much a green light, and so we're voting to approve money that we haven't seen a bid for, we haven't seen and I have a problem with that. $500,000.
Yeah, and that's a legit, I mean, I don't know, you know, are we putting the cart before the horse? Like I said, y'all can table these, and bring it back for discussion later. But I just, like I said, I wanted you to see that this is what these look like, because I think in the past, we've approved things like this, and then there's been some surprise later about the magnitude of the numbers maybe, and you know, so this is just me bringing you guys what it would look like.
She speaks the truth.
Yep, she does, and she likes numbers.
She does.
But I would make a motion to table the Bishop Park lighting, the Hilldale and the Mills Park budget adjustments till we have firm numbers that back up what we're gonna do.
I second that.
So that's number 5 and 6.
Well, it's on her budget adjustment list.
It's her items on her
We
budget.
already approved 5 and 6 to apply for the,
It would be the Bishop Park lighting and the Hilldale Midland Park connector.
The
And the
match
Mills
funds.
Alcoa.
She's wanting to see the full sale price before we give her the budget.
I mean, we've done that before and it's just in honey,
Well, there you go.
just saying.
Does this affect at all the grant applications that were approved?
I would not think so. If it didn't require you to have a budget adjustment going into it, then.
Gotcha. Can I have a little more detail on table until,
Table until we get the grant
Agree with
money
grant.
in and then
That's
look
what I
at
was-
funding the project then. And then we'll have hard numbers to know what we're funding and what we have clear expectations of what the funding is gonna give us.
yeah, that's what
Does that help?
We need
Very
quotes.
very helpful. Do you have that?
Just to check the
Nobody else
balance.
may be able to read that, but I can.
Okay. The spirit of it is get the grant, hard numbers, and then we bring this back. Yeah, fair. Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
All opposed, any opposed?
We're old dogs, Chris.
You're good. You're good. All right.
So we voted to table those items, but we didn't vote on her budget adjustments, did we?
I thought you had, I thought, actually.
Oh, okay.
That's what
Okay.
Ashley just said to me.
If Ashley's good with it, we're
That's kind of what I
good.
understood too, is y'all have not voted to pass the resolution, you just voted to table.
Table those items.
I vote
Good.
Okay.
I vote to approve the remaining items. I'll make a
Second.
motion to approve the things. Yeah,
The things.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, motion made and seconded to approve resolution 2024-17.
Who has a second?
I did.
Wait.
Without the.
Without the tabled items. All in favor, yes.
Yes.
Any opposed? Thank you. Motion passes. Okay. Resolution 2024-20, approval to adopt update position of description compensation plan for the Assistant Director of City Planning.
Does anyone have any questions on this? This is, I think there was some discussion about when we brought in the new Director of City Planning, we were going to kind of readdress some of the responsibilities and how we can divvy those up better throughout the department. So we have redesigned the position to be an assistant director of city planning. We don't plan on staffing the planner position right now. So the first resolution is for you to adopt the job description and the new compensation scale that's in there for that position.
I'll make a motion.
Motion,
I'll second it.
second. All in favor, yes?
Yes.
Yes.
Any opposed?
You guys need some caffeine up in
Listen.
there.
All right,
It's been a
motion
rough day.
passes. Now,
Monday.
Resolution 2024-21.
Been working since 5, so come on.
This is the approval to staff the position you just approved to create.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Second, all in favor, yes?
Yes.
Any opposed?
Yay.
Motion passes. All right, resolution 2024-22, approval to hire the position of Assistant Director of Parks and Recreation.
This one's not a new job description. This is just you unfreezing it from the hiring freeze so we can staff it.
Motion
to approve.
A motion and a second.
I'll second it.
All in favor, yes?
Yes.
Yes.
Any opposed? None opposed, all right.
Tough crowd treat.
Motion passes. All right,
I
this
thought
is
he was converting
the
a
next.
position. Okay.
That's the next
Yeah,
one.
that's
This
this.
one. All right, resolution 2024-2023, a new position description and compensation plan for a program coordinator.
This one is, I think, what you're thinking of. The assistant center superintendent is better converted into a program coordinator so that we can start focusing a little bit more on having some program support for the center superintendent. As you know, that's Ebony. She does all of what we do in programming right now. So having someone, that position is just better designed to be more focused on the programming piece of parks. So Keith has redone the position description. It has a compensation plan or a compensation range included in it. So the first resolution is for you to adopt that.
How does this impact the budget?
It's just changing a position, so it's already budgeted for. It does score slightly higher, but the person that was already in that position was making above minimum anyway, so as far as for this year's budget, it would not have an impact.
So if you were to compare the two positions and the ranges on the JSAP scale, you'd see a slightly higher range for the program coordinator, but the way the position was budgeted for the person who was holding the assistant center, she was already
A little bit
up
above.
in that
So
range
we would still be
anyway,
in
so
that
the
range.
budget would not be impacted.
Budget neutral, not adding.
It's not a new position yet. And we just think this is going to be better for our ability to grow moving forward as a department with the master plan, so.
That's exciting.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Motion, second. All in favor, yes?
Yes.
Yay.
Any opposed? Motion passes.
And then we have the final one to
Final
amend
one.
the hiring freeze resolution so that we can staff this position.
That's right. So now you approved it, now we need you to approve staffing and hiring for it.
Motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor?
Yay.
Any opposed? Motion passes. Thank you, Charlotte. All right. Number 12, auctioning of parks equipment.
Yes, we have numerous old equipment items that we would like to auction off on Gov Deals and get them out of our yard
Motion to approve.
Second.
Motion approved, second. All in favor, yes?
Yes. You're not gonna get good money out of them if you're, like, somebody haul them off.
You're sure they
You have
don't
to
work?
Sell them.
Are you sure?
I'm pretty sure a lot of them don't work, yes.
All right, motion passes. Police Department vehicles and equipment sale.
Why don't you upsell it? Upsell it. These are great.
Pitch it.
I was just gonna say, same thing, just listed our older vehicles.
Motion approved.
Second.
I think there's 27 items on there. They're not all vehicles, some are trailers, there's like an old Kubota, but not all actual police cars.
You got a motion and a second.
Motion is second.
Who did the motion?
Jordan Starr, second. All right, all in favor, yes?
Yes.
Yes.
Nobody opposed. Motion passes. Now we've got number 14, Stivers Drainage Improvement.
This is a section over there in off of La Crosse where there's a large property tract that comes through. We've heard from multiple families over there. It is for the design work. I would like a cap on the PO of 50,000 so we can do the work in-house. There's no reason we wouldn't bid. 50,000 could be just a little bit more than what the quote is.
Are you talking Stivers?
Stivers or?
La Crosse, or Stivers first.
Stivers is first.
No
I
worries.
don't have to explain La Crosse now. So this is a section of Stivers. If you're familiar with the area, it runs basically downhill both sides, runs downhill from across the street, and then cuts through two backyards and runs west into Hurricane Lane Gardens. The extent of the study and the design would be up to, if not just a little bit further than that line, we can't just dump our water over there. So it's just for permission to move forward with the design with the cap of 80,000 on the PO.
And you're gonna do the work in-house,
Yeah.
right?
That's the plan.
Motion approved.
Second.
Second. All in favor, yes?
Yes.
Opposed? Motion passes. Now, number 15, Cross Drainage Improvement.
Let me do that again.
Yeah. Go, Tim.
So this drainage is a section, this piece of property comes off of Raymar and dumps out onto the cross. We've had the families here in the past, fences open, it's close to flooding houses. So if we alleviate that, it does include downstream improvements, or possible downstream improvements through the Meadow Lake subdivision to make sure we don't overwhelm the storm system downstream and affect somebody else. And I'd like a cap on the PO of that 50,000. It'd be design work and we do the work in-house also.
And we have homeowners that lay awake at night with towels by their back door, waiting for the water to come in their house.
We do have to acquire easements on both these projects.
You what?
We would have to acquire easements
You have
on
the
both these
easement.
projects.
Motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor?
This is,
Is it okay if I speak?
he lives on the cross.
You can hear me.
Yeah, I hear you.
I wasn't quite understanding what the plan was to improve the drainage on La Crosse. I'm not aware of Stivers very well, but, you know, there's a giant field with a driveway running through the middle of the field, culverts running diagonally across that driveway to feed all the water into La Crosse. I know it's not the first time people have come here and complain about it, but I was trying to understand what the plan was to improve that situation.
That's what we're here for.
If you,
Why don't you meet with
if we can
Tim?
get your info, we'd love to sit down with you and explain everything we're looking at.
Yeah.
Thank you for being here. Did we vote?
No, we didn't vote.
Okay, all in favor?
That's okay, Tim.
Do we get a
Did we
motion?
get the motion?
Wait, I got a question. I'm just kidding.
Do we have a motion?
Yeah, we have
We got a motion.
Okay. All in favor? Yes?
Yes.
Yes.
Any opposed? All right. Motion passed. Council comments. None? I would like to invite everybody to Wolfstock Saturday, 10 a.m. A fundraiser Leadership Saline County's putting on at Bishop Park. fundraiser for the Humane Society. Mayor Farmer and I are going to be there getting pies in the face, so you got some opportunities for, some of you. And we're starting a monthly podcast. Mayor Farmer and I are this will be our first one, so come by, say hello, we'll get you on the pod. And we're just trying to share what's going on in the community, show a lot of unity. We wanted to invite everybody to that.
What time did you say it was?
10 a.m. Bishop Park.
Mayor,
Yes, sir.
workshop, June 3rd,
Thank
about
you
the
for-
trail system. We had some individuals come to Community Engagement Committee that wanted to discuss it, so I just wanted to reminder, June 3rd at 6, I believe,
Right.
so.
Y'all all have that, because that's council and planning commission, correct?
We get notice on that? Of course we
That's
do,
okay.
sorry.
Yes,
We
thank
sent
you.
out the agenda, yes.
Oh,
It'll be sent out tomorrow.
Thanks, Jordan.
But we voted on it last month,
And,
I think.
yeah, encourage residents to attend. We'd love to hear your input on that. All right, with that, I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
motion.
Second.
Motion second, all in favor, yes?
Yes.
35 minutes.
Yes. Motion passes. Thank